Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Super Auto Pets, a rare late night episode. I'm cloaked in darkness. It's 7:42 p.m. By my standards, it's quite late, but I gotta sneak in some videos while the baby's sleeping. There was an update. Do we have patch notes? Do we have patch notes? It's okay. I already read the patch notes on stream. Basically, a lot of animals have changed. Maybe like 5 or 6 animals. Maybe a lot is a stretch. Most notably, the swan is a 1-3 instead of a 2-3 now. The duck is a 1-3 instead of a 1-2. And the rat is mighty interesting. The rat has been changed. This is interesting in its own right, by the way. The rat has been changed. Mighty interesting indeed. The rat has been changed. Be the salty buttocks. It seems to be the move that's garnered the most attention as of right now. We lose this. A little bit of an ant difference there. That's okay. I'm playing for the long term. Give me one of these. Give me one of these. I still don't see a big reason to buy a duck. I do see a good reason to buy a beaver, though. And then let's mix it up. Let's try something like this. Just throwing caution to the wind. The rat now spawns the 1-1 dirty rat at level 1. It spawns it in the first position for enemies. Which means you can basically have a rat at the front of your team. When it dies, it'll spawn a 1-1 rat at the front of their team, which is basically a recipe for getting an easy hurt trigger, which you might consider doing on a hippo, or a rhino, or a blowfish, or a camel, or a boar, something along those lines. But my brain is still percolating right now. I wouldn't necessarily say I've got it all figured out. Now, what I would say is I like our team. I wouldn't go so far. Nah. Even though we talked about how useful the camel could be, I wouldn't go so far as to say I love it yet, but I think I embrace the sheep as a relatively efficient 3-cost unit. I embrace that. I respect that. We come out of this with a dub, just barely, but I'll take it. I like our stat composition right now. I certainly think we can add another beaver to the team. I don't see the fish being all that in a bag of potato chips for us long term, though. I do see the swan. Like, I think now, I don't think it's the 1-3 makes the swan unplayable. I think it's, at least right now, it's less of an auto grab. Like, you wouldn't just be like, I have to have this on my team and I'll pay anything for it. You just want to maybe invest in it a little early. At least that's what I'm telling myself right now. So I maybe should have gone for fish, but I don't think the fish is sticking around long term. Maybe we don't sell a fish yet. I think I would... Never mind, I think I would sell a fish in order to get our best unit popping off that much more, but we need a sheep to be in not the first position. I know we have a rat. The only thing I'll say... I'll be honest, I'll do this. The only thing I'll say about a rat right now is we don't have anything that really generates value from a hurt trigger. I would be very surprised if we didn't see rats in our future. I don't see them in our immediate present, but that's okay. Look at that, we already picked up another dub. Squirrel on the team by like round 6 is very rare. Certainly, I would have preferred some better foods here, but that's okay. I'm willing to roll past them, and we'll think about it for another day. I think we embrace the loss of a sheep. Pill a turtle. Kind of want to throw another turtle in, but I don't think we get much out of it. It's not amazing. I would roll for something more useful. And more useful. I don't think we got something more useful. You can call me crazy on this one if you want. I think we lose this round. But I'd rather just invest in the team that we have than, like, buy something and then sell it back. And probably still lose this next round, if I had to guess at least. What the heck? Level 2 turtle. Now that's... You gotta embrace and respect that kind of tenacity to stick with the turtle this early. We say pog to that. I say that's pog. For 3 gold total, I would add melon armor to a unit. There is a part of me that thinks, like, is it too late to get an ox going? And I think the answer is maybe it's not too late. I'm just not sure it's that much fun. And you know what? If you're sticking around, why don't you take that? Let's get some value out of you. None of these units are any good for us. So we're in the same, like, trap that we were in last time. We don't know what to get. We don't have anything really worth getting right now. But I think the stats on the team and the double melon armor is somewhat effective. I don't think the patch is a total sea change for how the game should operate. Now, that was just really good, honestly. Well played. I don't think it means, like, the game has changed, that we've never seen this before. I don't really see a hippo doing it for us yet. I know it's a little wonky. That's very nice. I do appreciate that. We really need scaling foods to be cheaper. This team should still win this round, is my honest take. I do see that we got a team with a lot of spawning. That is, well, just about the worst thing that could have happened for me. All right, so we got destroyed. This is where I also let you know, I've done really, really badly since the patch came out. I only played for, you know, a couple hours on stream. It'll be the proper pants. But I don't think that it's because the game has changed that much. I think I'm psyching myself out into thinking the game has changed more than it has. That being said, the squad I just rolled was very much like a me-type squad. It was not a, that was not like a departure. I did not mind freak myself too much. Love. Killing that pig immediately is just a dream come true. 2 wins in 2 rounds. That is very rare for us. And I'm very happy. We will still combine. We don't care about the beaver, though. A blowfish. A very interesting animal to take with a new rat. Let's roll once. Didn't get a new rat. That's okay. That's okay. I would say, let's give a fish a little bit of meat. I don't care about freezing 2 flamingos right now. A rat could be in our future with the blowfish. The blowfish at 3-5, we're going to let it get a chance to pop just based on its own attributes. The new way that elephants work, which is they do their hurt before the attack, but then also whatever they hurt resolves its hurt ability before the enemy attacks. That actually has me a little bit more interested in the possibility of what like an elephant could do with a blowfish, but we don't have that option yet. We have that option now. Very interesting. So I think it's worth a try, at least. We definitely would like to scale a blowfish. I don't think you stick... I don't think you keep the elephant around till late game. But it's doing an absolutely insane job right now, but mostly because they had a hedgehog on their team, and their mosquito sniped our blowfish to begin with. This is still really good. I think we could sell a mosquito to buff our blowfish long term. We'll hit a little temporary trough to get stronger. You need to scale. For now, let's give you meat, honestly. Like, we could get garlic, but it's not necessarily likely. And the rat actually is more interesting to me. The snail has been nerfed now. It's not 2-1 now to all units. It's 1-1. I still think it might be workable, but I'm not sure how workable. I gotta admit it, that's a strong team. We didn't lose by much, but I feel like there might have been a cupcake involved there. No disrespect. It's obviously a great animal. This basically generates 1 extra hurt trigger on the blowfish. Probably. Because it means that our elephant will go up against a 1-1. Probably. You take one of these. This one, and at level 2, it'll spawn 2 rats if there's space, which is very interesting, again. I don't really know, how I feel about... Like, here's what I'll say. I don't think I mind losing this run, as long as we feel like we learned some valuable intel. We're not on lethal yet, which is merciful. Why don't you take one of these? It's hard to ignore the feeling that the swan is holding us back, to be honest, but I'm going to sell the fish because at least, you know, our swan's already level 2. It's generating gold for us every turn. Like, that's pretty sizable. Look, if you gotta... Am I going that deep? I guess I'm going that deep. We're going to take another swan. The swan has become so bad that you got to have 2 of them to justify the existence of one of them. Insane value. There was no space for my rat. That's fine. That's fine. That's pretty fine. Are you seeing this? Okay, well, this strange team kind of popped off here. 13 gold. Feed me. You need to do more. You, like, definitely need to get a kill so that there's enough space. I'm willing to take the chance that we're gonna get the levels up here. I'll freeze you. I'll freeze you. For now, I like this. This penguin is not... It's basically like a giraffe we can't target right now. But there's future prospects. I would not like to lose to this team. Just because they're, like, you know... I don't want to be rude. They're a little on the weak side. I think I may lose to this team, though. I think I definitely have no chance to beat this team. Old me would... You're lucky I'm freaking washed. If I wasn't washed, you would have been toast right there. If I was in pure garbage, you would have been absolutely destroyed. This is not a good team for round 9. At least we're leveling 2 units now by 1/1 per turn. That's a bad start. That's much worse. One thing I am noticing, almost every team we're going up against is just scaled, like, to oblivion. I don't want to draw conclusions necessarily about, like, how the meta has changed just based on a couple, like, be the illegal eggplants. Based on a couple of changes. I will say, if stats are more important, then swans are less important. Maybe, like, that early giraffe might be the thing that takes us past the tipping point. It's also very nice. That's also very nice. And then, sure, give me some of this right now. And then you just come to the end. This seems good. This has happened before. Like, don't get confused. We're going to lose this one, I think. It's just a strong team. Naughty user 119, number 106. We've had this happen before. I've been broken by a meta before. You know what happened? We came back. Now, it wasn't instantaneous. Doesn't instantaneous sound like the Greek champion of premature ejaculation? Okay, I don't know. Maybe that's a joke that I stole. In my head, it feels original, but it also feels like so obvious that it wouldn't surprise me if somebody has made that joke already. But because I can't peg it right now, I'm going to take credit for that. So this is a good stat team. I'm enjoying it immensely so far. I'm not going to buy an apple. That's a little much. That's stats, though. It's like an organic apple. I will. That's not what you want to do there. I'll own the responsibility for that. That's my mistake. I'm going to let you roll for 1 round. So I can finesse 2 more rerolls. We don't need a rat. We're going to put a rabbit on the team, though. What if the rabbit and the giraffe, despite not being changed, are the new hotness? I could be persuaded to believe it, honestly. Hold on, we're pogging. Kangaroo seems like it's doing great work for us. A 1/2 that scales by itself. Not proud of this, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. I think we could definitely do this. Even though you got honey, I don't mind. And then sell me, buy me. And then I'll still give you the garlic. It still benefits our kangaroo, I think. This is a good-looking team. That's amazing. Nice meat. Things you shouldn't say on the internet. Doesn't matter. Look at that. What are we at here? 4 wins. How many losses? 1 loss. It feels good. Very important. Thank you for the level 2. On round 6, I feel like you can put a worm on the team and use that as your kangaroo anchor. I feel like you could do this pretty easily. It's going to take us a turn or 2 to get to that point, but this is okay because we have an 18-9 with melon armor up at the front. anti-skunk technology. You're lucky. You're freaking lucky. Rivendell. I'm gonna get you in round 10. Just wait. It's called setting up a moment. We'll see if it works. I'll take you for now. A rooster, I really like a rooster now, to be honest. I take them quite often. Screw it. This is just more fun. Not better at all, but more fun. Like, the kangaroo was doing some awesome work. It turns out I don't mind. I think this might be a cool little pivot into, like, an alternate scaler for us. This is very nice. That's great as well. I don't care what gets fed, really. The worm is what I want to see get fed at least a little bit. But anything getting hit with that is okay. We really need melon on our rhino, but I think we're in an acceptable spot. Not bad. We certainly also need our rhino to level up, but that's, like, not rare. That's, like, probably the most commonly requested rhino upgrade you could ever ask for. Not feeling too bad about that one. Dude, honestly, honey badger is so suffocating. I enjoy seeing a honey badger team get defeated, like, almost as much as turkey fly. I'm sick. Like, I'm twisted. It brings me a sense of incredible joy to watch a honey badger explode, kill my 4th unit, and then have its bee just, like, wash out harmlessly against whatever my backliner is. It feels incredible. You really must try it. The feeling is divine. Now this one, I'll take a draw. It's an interesting team, the parrot deer team. Definitely, I think we can salad here and embrace the extra HP we're about to get. This is really like our ride or die squad. Obviously, it would have been nice if it hit any of the units that would have been best to hit, but that's okay. Honestly, there's something so nice about seeing the rhino actually get a trigger. It seems like it happens so rarely that I'll always embrace it when we get the opportunity. I don't want to give you garlic. I want to give you melon. I'll give you a steak just to make you a little bit more interesting. Come on. What? Pizza's fine. We can have... Could you feed the worm? I think we might need to... Honestly, you're out. You're gone. Oh, no. Oops. I'm just clicking now. I'm going sicko mode. Yeah, this is obviously not good. This is also really bad. We did way better than we should have, considering the circumstances. But our worm was just... I stand by the decision to get rid of the worm. Let's put it that way. We need a melon armor, okay? So I'm investing in the rhino in the hopes that we get melon armor. It doesn't have to be this round. It can be on the next round. Level 3 rhino, scaled with some dodo buff, melon armor. I think it could start to rip a little bit. Maybe not as much as I'd like it to, but as much as I need it to. Oh my god. Probably the most insulting loss of all time. Really, by 1 HP? Melon. Thank you. This is at least a chance now. I wouldn't, hang your hat on the opportunity, but it's at least a shot. We went 2 for 1. I can live with that. We have a monkey, but we defeated a 2-monkey team, which means we're the good guy. No 1-up mosquito, please. We'll salad. We at least get a bunch of extra HP out of it. We're on 8 wins, please. I need this. 8's pretty good, but I need some morale, man. I see that you also have some melon armor of your own. That's... Who gave you that much HP? Who gave the crab that much HP? Okay, 8 wins. Progress. Some decisions that maybe, if I could go back in time, I would do differently. Like, for example, I probably would not have purchased that worm and then not invested exclusively into it. Let's be a backwards beaver. Something about it. So we learned some valuable information, I think. And the valuable information that we learned is that stats can still be important. Look, there's multiple ways to win in this game. You see it all the time. Let's just give you a 1-1. Maybe we'll get you leveled next turn as well. You never know. So we need to get a little bit of a confidence back into us. I think we still win. Ant luck doesn't mean anything when you got the sauce. Now, a rat, it's hard for me not to take a rat. Let's take a rat. The peacock has also been changed. I think we can do this. So the new peacock ability is that when it gets hurt, it gets 50% more attack, which I think makes the peacock kind of a juicy buff target. I don't know if it's actually good. And of course, as it levels up, it gets more charges, because it only happens like once per turn at level 1. But we can kind of, as you can see, guarantee a hurt trigger when our rat dies. Look at that. Now we got a hurt trigger. That accomplished approximately FA. I'm not going to do the not safe for work translation on what FA is. You can probably figure it out for yourself. It's not good. Let's put it that way. But I'm interested in the idea of what we got here. I don't know if I believe in the camel. I'll just be honest. But if it could ever work, it could work now. Lindsay, does the camel, or Tobias, does the camel actually ever work? No, of course not. People just delude themselves into thinking that it might work. But it never does. But it might work for us. So the camel now gets a guaranteed hurt trigger. You might say, why not get the guaranteed hurt trigger on the peacock? Well, it's probably, if it's got enough HP, it's probably going to get one guaranteed hurt trigger regardless before it dies. That's my philosophy, at least. Something should take meat. Let's put it on you for now. My thinking, very nice, is that I expect the camel to do better with a defensive upgrade so that it can give more HP to the peacock. The camel needs to just get as many hurt triggers as possible so that the peacock can do better for itself. This was going nowhere, but that's totally fine. I also think there's something to be said about the idea that this has got to go. I think possibly, you know, I think that more good players have been brought back. How do you do this? You know what? If I die, I die. Let's try this. More good players have been brought back to Super Auto Pets because there's a new patch. I think this is like homecoming for all the great gamers out there. So I think it's the other reason we're running into a whole heap of trouble here. I may be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. I can't believe we actually won that. I still don't think you go elephant, but we add you. I love that. Now we can start. Okay, and that's very important. You need more HP so that the peacock also gets more HP. This is a weird team. But it's a very much like a post-patch team. Are you seeing the turtles? We lived. Now you got your own turtle. Hold on. That's a problem. That's smart. That just goes to show you the power of the turtles right there, man. They're on the same line we're on. That being said, I don't think I want another one. I do feel like a kangaroo could do something for us. I also feel, though, that we need, like, scaling. I don't think a rooster's the way to go. I'm accepting of this. I think maybe you could put a deer in here. I know it's getting real strange. But I do like seeing a squad with 5 equipment on it. You could look at that as like, wow, this squad's really well equipped. Or I suppose you could look at that and you could say to yourself, this guy is desperate. Appears to have done wonders for us right there, though. Is that 6? It's 5. Okay. This has been respectable, at least, for a team that's very unusual. So our whole team hinges on nothing. We have no plan. I hate to say it. The rat has to go, and you've got to keep... This is my take on it, at least. It's round 9. It's so late for a penguin. We do have 2 level 2s, but it's so late. I'm not betting on a level 2 cow showing up. I think that if we're gonna get, like, pardon me, 8 wins or more... Interesting. You're kind of looking at that camel being your best unit. And that's a scary thought, because I don't think the camel has ever done anything that impressive for me. That is a nightmare. That my deer got sniped. That blew up the whole... Or was it the deer or the scorpion got sniped? That's much worse. Okay. I'm not very impressed with that. You can see, since the patch came out, this is my Hall of Fame. So, we got some rebuilding to do, but that's gonna be fun. It was getting so boring just getting Hall of Fame meme runs every time, getting 100% achievements. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. It did what a patch is supposed to do. It puts you off balance. I'll see you next time. See ya!